list, just so I can see the little waves. I see mine.
Can you see mine?
Kyle, is her on there? Okay. Welcome to the Ancient Way. I'm James.
I'm Marlia.
Kyla.
You're Kyla, yes. Got a little guest today in the studio. Don't touch the little keys.
Kyla, you want to say hi to anybody?
Hi, Mommy.
You give a shout out to Mommy. Who else?
Is there anybody else you want to say hi to?
Okay.
Pretty good into the coloring right now, so.
Yeah. She's pretty, she's out of school this week. And was it yesterday or Monday? She has a schedule that she writes out. Was it Monday?
Yeah.
Yeah. She has a schedule and she adheres to it. And she's very good at it. Right?
Mm-hmm.
What does your normal schedule consist of? You want to talk in the mic? Look, do this. Put it kind of close. Tell us about your schedule. What does your day-to-day schedule look like that you write out? Like on Mondays.
7:30, wake up.
Mm-hmm.
8 o'clock, breakfast.
Okay.
What was 9?
I don't remember 9.
I don't remember.
Yeah, but you got a good schedule. Anyways.
That's sweet.
Yeah, it's cool.
A little structure is good for everybody.
Yeah. And she's drawing. Tell everyone what you're coloring right now.
A butterfly.
Yeah, what color is it? You want to describe it?
It's orange and it has a yellow sun.
Cool. I have an idea. Maybe at the end of the episode, we can get words.
You want to try and get words, Kyla?
Yeah.
That'd be cool.
Awesome. Yeah, we can. All right. What's up?
So today we're going to kind of, we wanted to fill in all of our listeners about some cool things that are coming up.
Yeah.
That in the new year, we kind of wanted to give y'all a little sneak peek of what we've kind of secretly
been working on
ruthlessly.
Yeah.
Just kidding. Not really, but cool how things have been lining up.
It's been fun. We've just kind of been throwing out the nets, just reaching out to some people.
Yeah, we have some really special guests that are going to be coming on.
Yeah.
People that you may or may not know.
Mm-hmm.
I think we've done a fun job, I thought, of bringing in a lot of our friends and a lot of our own community. And, I felt like it was kind of giving people a sneak peek of really what goes on in our lives and with our friendships and in relationships. And But we are branching out now.
Yeah.
And we're branching out into, I would say, more or less like experts in the field.
In their fields.
In their fields.
That's what I was going to say.
It's going to kind of look a little different.
Yeah.
Because we have a brilliant scholar that's coming on.
Yeah, right.
That I'm so very excited about. His work is insane.
Mm-hmm.
And even uncovering some of the stuff that, like historically. Historically
here, too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Historically in East Texas, historically literally in the world.
Mm-hmm.
He's got some really good books.
Yeah.
He even did a whole thing on Göbekli Tepe.
Oh, he did?
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
So, my nerd self is like,
yeah.
I'm like lit about it.
Get the questions ready. Yeah.
Uh-huh. Oh, yeah. I've got so many already. But so we've got a really cool guest.
Mm-hmm. That's probably, I would imagine we'll be starting with him. Then we got some more. And
yeah. Working out the details of some of the other ones. But it feels like it's going to be a fun new season.
Yeah, it does. It's been a year.
Mm-hmm.
It's been a year that we've been doing our thing. Yeah, like you said, brought our own family and community in and kind of shared. I feel like we set a very good, firm foundation of who we are.
Yeah.
kind of a kickoff point.
Mm-hmm. This first 2 seasons, people can really kind of go back and be like, okay, who the flip are these cats?
And hopefully trust us. And then
Yeah.
as we move on into this next expansion, I think it'll be cool. I think it'll be fun.
Yeah. So with that, if there is anybody that y'all know of
Mm-hmm.
that you're like, yo, I think this person is really kind of like vibing this, like,
Yeah.
or this is like, hey, I know this person that really fits in y'all's vein, and this is, whatever. We'll definitely take suggestions of having guests too.
Yeah.
Like, I'm totally open for that.
That'd be cool. Yeah, because some of these people, I mean, it'd be cool to have us in there with them, and we can learn and grow from.
Yeah.
I think it'll be a really fun dynamic.
Yeah. I think it's really important that, one, people know that they're not completely alone.
Yeah.
And like, even though we are definitely in our vein and what we do, and even like our community is in our vein, we're not the only ones.
Yeah, right.
There's so many, and there's so many, I think even small communities that are.
This really ties in with our last episode too.
Mm-hmm.
There's other pockets out there.
Yeah. And I think it's cool that we are stepping into that, where we're bringing pockets together.
Yes.
And, I'm really pumped about it.
That's cool.
But
Trying to think of I love the spectrum of like variety of just some of the people that we have coming on and some of the people that we want to, like the different, because like we've got some fringy stuff, some experts in like some of the weirdest things, and then just some people who walk in true power, like have demonstrated it and lived it.
Yeah. For years.
Yeah, for years. Just all these different facets of people.
Mm-hmm.
I'm excited.
Yeah, I like the idea of not confining anything.
Yes.
I like the idea of like, this may be a broad spectrum. We may be, we're definitely going to have the intellectuals that come on that may or may not have experienced some drastic spiritual experiences.
Yeah.
But then we're going to have the full other spectrum where it's these people that drastically have experienced supernatural experiences.
Yeah.
And so,
and another thing is that with us having our hopefully built trust over the year and everything, hopefully people feel safe with us, like in it, like navigating all these different things and expanding.
Yeah.
Because the core of it's always going to be the same with us anyways.
Yeah. Everything is going to be drugged right back to the Lord.
Yeah, always. Even if we don't, it ends up that way anyways.
Yeah.
It's just
it does. Every time we've tried to go off. Have you noticed that?
Yeah.
Every time it's like, nope, we come back.
Yeah, it always does.
Yeah. But I think that's just because that's our heart. That's who you and I are at the center.
Right.
It's like we just want people to behold the love of the Lord.
Yeah.
To behold him and experience him and live life with him. And and not have anything, not even be distracted by all the rabbit trails that you could go down if you really wanted to.
Absolutely.
But I think every rabbit trail actually leads back to him.
Right.
You can actually see his nature in any of these things.
Mm-hmm.
But
yeah, it's true.
It'll be fun to see.
Yeah, I'm excited.
Yeah. So I was going to ask you. Yeah. Do you feel like there was anything significant over this last year that you could draw out and just be like, yeah, that was a thing for me this year that got nailed throughout our podcasts?
Oh, throughout the podcast?
Mm-hmm.
Dang. Initially, when we started, I was like a little self-conscious about it. And I was like, I'm not going to talk I'm only good for like maybe 15 minutes of content, and then I'm out of ammo. And then like releasing it, and being even hearing it, like, James, shut up. You say yeah all the time. You go, yeah, It's like your autopilot thing. You don't even know you're doing it. I'm like, I got to cut all this out. Anyways, a lot of it was the vulnerability of throwing it out there, because we are sharing our hearts and our beliefs. So it's emboldened me, and the Lord's been working on me with that anyways. I think this amplified it.
Yeah.
Being able to kick it out there. Like even when I'm talking with some, like the new age people that are up here, all these different people, and I'm like, yeah, Jesus is God. I'm a Christian. It's really helped me with that.
I love that.
And it has a artistic, it's a creative thing. It's been a fulfilling creatively.
Yeah.
For me. And it's helped people.
Yeah.
Which is when we first started, it's like if one person takes this, that's what matters.
That's the only thing we cared about.
Mission accomplished.
Yeah.
It's just that's all we care about. What about you?
Yeah. I've really enjoyed, I feel like it's helped me articulate some things better.
Yeah.
Because I have so much in my head that sometimes for a long time I struggled getting from my head and out.
Yeah.
And I felt like over this year, it's been a process of that for me.
Yeah. So it's helped you to articulate, get things from inside to outside. Processing.
Yeah. Yeah, I didn't ever realize. I mean, I knew I was an external processor.
Yeah.
But I think this amplified it for me.
Yeah.
Like,
I think it amplifies it for other people too. Because you're like, kind of like Kyle is here drawing it out on paper. I think it's good for people, like too, these trails.
Yeah.
It's almost like a book.
Yeah.
In a sense, the podcast is. We have this documented us searching and, for more and talking about it.
Yeah.
Which is pretty cool.
You know what I think is funny is like, just on that trail of like it being a book, is that I was thinking about this earlier, is that it's this vibrant, alive book. Yeah. Like it's been this vibrant journey this past year with me and you of just like the things that we'd uncovered, the things that kind of got pricked on us. It was things that got expanded on us, these weird experiences that we've had and these weird dreams that we got to share with people. And, it's just like, to me, it was cool. It was like, this is what it is to be in the body, like
right.
If you're not connected with a body that is living and vibrant, like it, you won't see that level of growth.
Yeah.
That's and right. I feel like from who you and I were a year ago, we're both drastically different.
Yeah.
We're both drastically different in the way that we see, in the way that we perceive, in the way that we've like changed the literal things that we do.
Yeah.
Like day to day.
Yeah.
I don't know. It just, it's cool. It's cool thinking through all of that. Like, what were some of for me, I always go through like, well, what were some of the thought processes? What did I hold last year that I don't hold anymore?
Yeah.
And I think one of those was a misconception about myself.
Yeah.
Thinking that I don't articulate well.
Yeah.
Thinking that I'm just a blubbering moron that doesn't make sense to anybody.
Oh,
like,
welcome to the club.
Yeah. I don't know.
Huh.
But it's cool to see that.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it's neat. And just some of the revelation and understanding we've had just over different things.
Yeah.
Being able to share that, being able to share the process of it, some of the questions, and people can participate in it in like, in growth. And
you know what I think my favorite thing is that people have told me this year? Is that if they listen to our podcast, like in succession, they feel like they've just hung out with us all day long.
Yeah. Yeah. Heard that too.
I love that. Like, I love that thought of like, I want to hang out with that. I want to hang out with that many people.
It allows us to like delegate our time to other people without having to do it.
Yeah.
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 Todd. Oh, that was hilarious. When he came on, he said, he's like, James, I feel like I know you. You got this creepy guy coming up and like hugging you. He's like, I know you. And you're like, who is this guy?
Yeah. But
it's not so, but it's funny.
Yeah, it's hysterical. But I don't feel that way. I feel like when people come up to me and they're like, hey, I've been listening to your podcast, I'm like,
yes.
I love that.
Yeah.
I love that you've been like hanging out with us.
Hanging out with us, yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
I'm here for it.
Yeah, for sure. It's cool.
Yeah. But I've also loved all the guests that we've had on.
Yeah.
People that have come on that have shared their story, that talk in their own vein of their own experiences. And it legit lights me up because I love to hear people's stories. I love to hear where people come from and how much the Lord pursues them.
Yeah.
You know, I think of Kat being the most recent. But there's so much in her story that is like inspiring.
Yeah.
How she like always relentlessly chooses hope.
Yeah. Right.
When
in the middle of it.
In the middle of the junk, dude.
Yes.
And junk she didn't even have, like, it wasn't like she was like running off and sinning. It was like literal garbage all around her that, you know, she got put in the middle of. It's just so cool.
Yeah.
It's so cool seeing her do that.
You
know, and then starting out like Sarah with the dreams from the get-go.
That was a big one. We've got a lot of feedback on that one.
Yeah.
You know,
everybody loved hers.
Man.
Because I think this is the thing that is so drawing about Sarah's. She is so pure in her connection to the Lord.
Yeah, she is.
That it's just like, oh yeah, it's just practical. Like, yeah, I had that dream and that happened. And it's just, it's
and
so simple.
Her ability to bypass like people, like she was just approached like that man.
Yeah.
It's just like go up to him and give him the word. Like she didn't have that.
Yeah.
That filter there.
Yeah. She just like.
The freedom and the purity of it. Yeah.
Yeah.
And her dreams. My God. She's been following them.
Yeah. For years.
Yeah.
For years. It's like. It's very cool, man.
It is cool. There's not been a dull guest. It's always fun. It's always pleasant. It's always like, none of them feel like.
Or like Anthony's, you know, and his wild story.
I know.
I mean, I think he was the one that had the most.
He had 2 guest appearances.
Yeah. But the most dramatic, I would say. Yeah. Dramatic experiences.
Yeah.
Of coming into the Lord.
He's always good. I mean, if we ever wanted to like really perspective something.
Oh yeah.
Like bring Anthony in.
Yeah.
Golly, Melanie too.
Yeah.
Her story. Just all with like the cloud and everything like that.
Oh yeah, dude. Her story of her grandmother. I remember
that one hit me, yeah.
Yeah. It's so beautiful, man. All of them though.
I know.
Like
yeah.
I love the perspective, like Alan, and just him being able to flow and actually like highlight his true.
Yeah.
I don't even think that his guitar, like the playing of the guitar for him, it's not just, it's a part of him.
Yeah.
It's not just like his talent or like his quote unquote
extension
gifting.
Of him.
It is an extension of him.
Yeah.
And that's how I feel about Laurel. Like even the way that she sings.
Yeah.
It's just like, that's just a part of her.
Oh yeah.
And even her story about how she came to know the Lord. Like, that's freaking incredible.
I love it.
Being in a full-blown trance and meeting the Lord Jesus himself as she's like actually pursuing something else.
Yeah,
you know?
She was chasing him in it.
Yeah.
Dream. What really stands out is I remember feeling like the experience of when they were here. Like I remember, they're like in my mind, I remember them all as these very sweet moments. Like, you know, I guess little pillars of joy, or like, you know, that I can kind of sit in and remember. It's like Alan's. I know we did that one in the evening. Did we have the red light in here?
Oh yeah.
Yes, that was it. Like that was a sweet.
We turned the lights off.
That's right.
And we actually like he played.
Yeah.
It was sweet.
All of them. I remember all of them.
Yeah.
You know, when you bring up who it was, then I'm like, shh, go back to it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was fun.
And even Todd and his stories with like, you know, his flipping brother raising his cousin from the dead and like him raising his daughter from the dead. And it's like, they're incredible.
They are.
Like, these are our friends, dude. That's what gets me. I'm like, these are our freaking friends. They are legitimate powerhouses.
They're solid.
Yeah. These are our people.
Golly. Yeah.
But I'm excited to have new. I'm excited to have an expansion.
Yeah.
And I do feel like there's going to be some sweet connections
I do too.
that are coming.
Yeah.
Yeah,
the expansion, then we'll bring some of our friends back on.
Yeah.
It'll be a good mixture, a big step in the, the expansive direction.
Yeah. I just, I don't know. I always want this podcast to expand people.
Mm-hmm.
Like
that's the point.
Yeah. Like I want people to encounter the Lord in a new way. I even want their minds to kind of be bent.
Yeah.
Even if it's on the intellectual side, that makes them like tweak a little bit of like, I don't know, could that be real? Like, giants are still roaming the earth. Wait, are there hybrids still here upon the earth?
Yeah.
Are there,
Yeah.
all of the things I want. I just think it would be cool.
Yeah, for sure.
Like even like, I don't know. I won't get full into it because I really want certain people to come on, but because their stories and the way they live life is really cool. But
yeah, it's cool.
Yeah.
Yep. I forgot to bring our new coffee mugs.
Oh,
Not that we
man.
have coffee to drink
Yeah.
them out of. I like the little souvenirs
Yeah.
of the episodes. I have in my desk at home, my top right drawer, I have my journal that I write my dreams in. Got a picture that I drew of that key thing that Todd had when I had that dream.
Yeah.
I've got all these little things that I'm keeping from it. One day, we can frame all this stuff and hang it up.
Yeah.
But I'm weird. I like tokens. I really like tokens of things.
I think it's sweet. You know what we should do? We should 3D print the trophy.
Oh my gosh, that would be so cool. I could make that. Yeah.
Yeah,
I could make that.
You totally could.
Oh, I'll do it. That would be easy to make.
That would be just like in a shadow box.
Man.
Hung up on the wall.
That's cool. I love that stuff.
Yeah.
The knife. Maybe we can keep
the knife would be cool.
Maybe we can keep the knife.
From your dream.
Yeah. Who knows?
Well.
Sweetie, you having fun?
Yeah.
Yeah. You colored like 5 different papers. Oh.
Well.
Yeah, that's the update. A bit of an update.
Yeah, we just wanted to kind of give everybody a big picture view of where we're going, what we're doing, how it's kind of flowing.
Yeah.
And it may get a little more and more weird. So,
yeah.
Buckle up.
Yeah. Buckle up. Yeah.
No, it's going to be good.
Yeah.
But.
And, you'll be with us. We'll be safe. It'll be good.
Yeah.
We'll extract the Lord out of all of it.
Mm-hmm.
This is just what's going to happen.
This is what we do.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. This is the way.
This is the way.
Oh, good. When is...
Yeah, it's coming.
Yeah, it is. I was going to say happy Thanksgiving by the time we release this.
It'll be after, so Merry Christmas.
Yeah, Merry Christmas.
You know what I thought would be sweet? So we have this update episode, and then the next should be me, you, Zach, and Kelsey.
Okay. All right. Just let me know when.
I love the couples episode.
Yeah. It feels like we've got to do the family episode before we...
Well, we could do Christmas, like the family episode of Christmas.
We could eat in here. Mm-hmm. Everybody can hear it on the microphones. Yeah.
Somebody told me once, they were like, this is the most annoying sound. Because I would sometimes smack.
Oh, in the podcast?
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
And they were like, oh, it was horrible.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm. So I had to become very self-conscious of it.
I haven't Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah. I haven't noticed it.
I mean, I thought it was good. It's good feedback. I like that.
Mm-hmm.
Like, there's this one podcast that I listen to.
Mm-hmm.
They're very famous podcasts, like number 5 in the world or something like that. I cannot understand one of the guests, like one of the main guys.
Oh, yeah?
2 guys. I have no idea what he's saying most of the time.
Really?
Yeah, he kind of talks like this, and I'm like, I really appreciate the guests that they bring on
Mm-hmm.
because I can understand them.
Yeah.
But
Not him.
I have such
Poor guy.
I don't know if it's just my ears or what,
Huh.
but if they had like a place where I could go suggest like, hey, you should
Yeah.
probably pull out the bass out of his voice and
Yeah.
maybe a little bit more treble so it's a little bit more clear,
Mm-hmm.
you know, I would just like it if I had
Sure.
an option.
Yeah.
So I'm opening that up for people.
Oh, yeah.
If you're like, hey, I can't understand you, please send that to us too.
Yeah. Yeah, take your shot.
You can.
Just do it.
I don't always have to welcome it. I mean, I'll welcome it, but I don't always have to fix it.
Yeah.
But I would like to know. I would rather know than not know.
If it's something that requires fixing or that would be beneficial.
Yeah. Well, it's like better for everybody.
Yeah.
It's not just like you're criticizing me.
Right.
You say the word like way too much. Okay, well,
Yeah.
good luck. That's not going to get fixed. But
Yeah. I'll work on it.
Or like put in the comment section, James, you say yeah way too often.
Yeah. There we go. I'll never say it again.
Ever.
I will never say it again.
No, that's funny.
Oh, cool.
Oh, the other thing that this podcast has done for me
Uh-huh.
that somebody made a comment about this the other day. Is I feel like I'm more vulnerable with people like out and about these days.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
Yeah.
I don't know. I just kind of like bare my soul to everybody
Yeah.
almost. I feel like.
Well, it's almost a release. Like, why not?
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
because I used to be like a hermit crab where I'd close myself off to everybody. And
Yeah.
I would only tell which was a lot of my trauma that I
Yeah.
just didn't feel safe with anybody. But I feel like as I've gotten healed and like I feel safe with the Lord,
Yeah.
I'm much more willing to be open and vulnerable with other
Cool.
people. And so, because they were like, Marley, I've never seen you this vulnerable.
Hmm.
And it kind of took me aback because I was like, I'm always this vulnerable these days.
Yeah.
Like,
Good.
anyways, it made me giggle.
It's a freedom. Yeah.
Yeah, because Laura was there and she laughed and she was like, nah, this girl is, Marlia is always vulnerable.
Yeah.
But
That's a big connecting point with people, though. You know, just in like random conversations you have through the day, or if you're stuck in some sort of lobby or something with somebody, you start talking,
yeah,
sharing things.
yeah.
It's
Well, it's like-
excellent.
People actually get to feel seen.
Yeah.
I realize that's like the biggest desire of my heart is I want people to know and behold the love of God.
Yeah.
But then I also want them to feel seen and known,
Yes.
not just by God, but by people.
Yeah.
Because I feel like most people experience a form or levels of rejection from
Mhm.
other people.
Yeah.
And I mean, I experienced that in my own life.
Yeah.
You know, and it's like, man, I want somebody to actually feel like they were seen.
Yeah.
Whoever you are. Like, we don't have
Right.
to be besties. I'm not
Yeah.
about that. I mean, I am, but I just also want you to know, like, yo, you're valued.
Know you're valued. Yeah.
Yeah. Do you want to know one of the biggest things that I realized and drives me bonkers? I had a dream about it last night.
Hmm.
It just triggered the dream. I had
Okay.
forgotten I even had it. Is people feel valued when you look them in the eye.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I've had two dreams. These were just flashes that just hit me of like when people look eye to eye,
Yeah.
and going eye to eye makes them feel so accepted.
Yeah.
And so
It's the window to their
soul.
being.
Yeah. So
Hmm.
I'm going to encourage everybody,
Yeah.
look for moments to make eye contact
Yeah.
and actually see somebody today.
Right. Yeah.
Not just like, hey, how you doing? But like,
Right.
how's your day going?
Right. Excellent. Yeah. That's another lost art.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay, Kyla, are you ready? You ready to give some words? We can do it if you
Is
want.
there a microphone on?
I was going to unmute it.
Oh, do you want to?
You got anything? You want your daddy to
You
start?
don't have to. You don't have to if you don't want to.
You want your daddy to start?
You want me to start? Okay. we can close our eyes and we can pray, and then we can give words, and I'll just cut out the
I like it.
space. You want to?
If you get a picture of somebody, so you know how sometimes you may get a picture of a person, you could describe the person.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So then that people would know if you're talking to them.
Okay. Why don't we all three? Well, I was going to say, should we get a word for someone else?
Yeah.
Like that's listening?
Yeah. That's what I was thinking.
Yeah. Okay. So we're going to pray for whoever's listening to the podcast, and we're going to give them a word.
Like mommy?
You could.
Well, I don't know. It could be.
Ask God. Say ask the Lord, who do you have a special word for today?
You got something?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, cool.
All right, lean into the mic, Kyla. Do you want to describe what you saw?
It was blank outside, but then mommy walked outside, and then it showed colors.
Okay.
So did you feel like that was for your mommy? And what did you feel like where it went from blank into colors? What do you think that meant? What do colors mean to you?
Like rainbow colors?
Is that what it looked like? It looked like rainbow colors? Very cool. What do you think of when you think of a rainbow?
God's promises?
Yeah. Is that because of the rainbow that came after the flood? Yeah. So it's a promise. So do you think that the Lord is bringing promises to your mommy?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what it sounds like. That's cool.
You know what it also makes me think of? It makes me think of that something that seems very mundane to your mommy is actually also coming alive. So maybe something that feels bland in her life.
Yeah.
She's transitioning into something.
Stepping out of the door. Yeah, stepping outside.
Yep, because she's moving locations. She was inside and then outside.
Isn't
that what happened? She was inside and then she came outside? Yeah. So there was a transition that happened for her. And this transition, things came alive for her.
Yeah.
Things became colorful. Which to me, when there's colors, it's definitely promises. But it's also like life.
It's life,
vibrancy.
saturation. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's really good, Kyla. I love that you shared that.
Yeah.
What'd you get, James?
I got one for someone, and I saw a woman with like blondish brown hair, and I saw her on a vision dream language. I saw a landscape, and there were sections and areas of it being carved out. Almost like trenches. It was being carved out, like if you have a tool and you're carving out like clay or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
And it was uncomfortable. It was uncomfortable, but the purpose of it was to be filled with water, flowing water. And so, whoever this is, and they were in a canoe afterwards, floating on this river, which is like life. It's the Lord. But I felt like the perspective of if something feels uncomfortable or feels like things are being taken away even, or you're feeling empty, I feel like the Lord is he's got his way in it, and he's going to fill it with truth and stability.
You know what's interesting? That was the first thing I saw. When I closed my eyes, I saw a woman with like brown, blonde hair, but it was extremely curly. It was very, very curly.
Yeah.
And I felt like the Lord was standing this person upright again.
Yeah.
Where they were actually going to have full confidence in the things that the Lord was giving them. So I thought that was interesting.
Yeah, very interesting.
That's also what you...
Yeah.
But another thing I saw a man. I feel like this word is for a man who is like in his 40s.
Yeah.
I don't know. He looked like a man in his 40s, and the picture I saw was Sean Bowles. And I felt like this person has the ability to articulate God's heart for people in a very pure and clear way, because that's what I think of when I think of Sean Bowles.
Yeah.
He is very articulate, speaks very well to where people understand and they can capture the heart of God.
Yeah.
And I feel like this person has the ability to really capture and articulate the truth of who God is. But I felt that there was also a shift coming for them in which they were going to step into the abundance that the Lord had promised them.
Yeah.
And I felt like it was abundance of confidence. I felt like it was an abundance of safety. I felt like it was an abundance of even resources.
Mm-hmm.
It just felt like this shift of stability in a new way.
Yeah.
And not that it didn't feel like they were never not stable.
Right.
It felt like an expansion of that. But then I also felt like their voice was going to be projected in a wider manner.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. I'll tag on that a little bit.
Okay.
As well. I saw a man. This is after you started saying it. I was kind of going into it as well. But as you were saying it, I saw this dude looking in a mirror. I think this is the same person. Looking in a mirror, well-groomed, well taken care of, well put together. But it wasn't necessary to look in this mirror at all whatsoever. And I heard that the Lord is your mirror.
That's good.
And I felt, whoever this is, that you are fully, completely accepted. You have no need to conform to anything else.
Oof.
And I do believe that will result in that expansion. That's purely outward.
Mm-hmm.
Pure love, purely outward.
That's what it felt
and
like.
It's freedom.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I just felt to encourage anybody who, even if this wasn't like, we didn't specifically describe you, I felt like if there was anything that resonated or your heart leapt of like, oh, I would want that. That's actually the Lord saying you too.
Yeah.
I felt like just to attach your faith to anything that just stirred your heart.
Absolutely.
Because you can actually access that as well. I felt like these things were for specific people that might even be timely for them.
Yeah.
But I felt that there was for other people. Grab hold of that.
Yeah.
Anything that sparked that inspiration or sparked like, oh, man, I would love to come alive in that.
Yeah.
Man, I'm actually really needing XYZ. But I also felt to encourage I felt just a general word of like, you're not forgotten by God.
Yeah.
Anything that you actually need or desire is actually in his hand, and he's going to give you the perfect thing that you need at the perfect time. And so to rest in the fact that he's actually coming and he will come through for you, and you don't have to even worry if you're doing enough. Because your dad's good and he's not coming based on your performance.
Yeah.
He's coming based on how he knows that you need what you need.
Right.
So, I don't know. I just felt like to break that off of people of like the pressure to like perform for him to come.
Yeah.
Because it's not needed.
Right.
And that just puts more of a weight on you.
Yeah.
So, that's what I had.
Good.
That is all.
Excellent. Well.
You got anything else?
Nope.
Fatty. You got anything else, Kyla? Okay. Nothing from Kyla.
You want to go to Golden Corral, get some breakfast?
Yeah.
Wow.
Whoops.
Wow. All right, guys. We'll see you next time.
Bye-bye.